I'm a freaking cyborg. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage, and this is a video I've been meaning to make for at least a couple weeks now. So as a lot of you who have been to the channel before know, I had a severely bad tremor. I've had it since I was, well, so I remember around the age 12, but honestly I've had it about my entire life. Well, finally, after 2 years of trying all the different medications and all the terrible side effects and stuff like that, I went in right around Thanksgiving and had surgery. I had deep brain stimulation. You can't see much of the scars anymore. They're starting to go away. And then in the December, I had my battery controller implanted underneath my skin. So you have to go through and, all this has to heal up a bit. Well, into January, they came and they turned me on. Now, let me set this thing up on a tripod so I can talk to you a little bit easier. So, into January, they turn on the device, and to give you an idea, I've got a probe on each side of my brain. On the probes themselves, they have 8 different pads on it. They call them pads, I think. I don't know. But essentially, each one of those is areas where stimulation can go into the brain. And the initial programming, we go in and we turn on each one and test different amplitudes and stuff like that, and find out which one works best to get the tremors somewhat under control. Now, I've got to go back once a month for a couple months, and get this out in. Mainly right now, my big thing is my speech. I have a palsy. The back of my tongue doesn't work. I can't quite get some words out as clearly. And unless you've been watching me for a long time, you may not notice it as close. But I'm going to turn it off here in a bit, and you'll notice it's like flipping a switch. I can talk clear as day as soon as I turn it off. Some of the other issues I've had is I can't write like I used to, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird situation where my letters used to be like, as an example, this tall. Now my letters are that tall, and it's because I've gotten so used to writing with the tremor that without the tremor, my arm doesn't swing around as much, and so I don't have to compensate for the tremor now, and so these are just things I'm going to have to retrain my brain. But that being said, I am the first tuner with Bluetooth built in, so nobody else has that claim to fame, and I've got a remote control. And so if I unlock my remote control here, you'll see that my stimulation is on, shows you my battery level of my device, battery level of my remote control, and give you an idea. Okay, now I don't know if you'll be able to turn it off, but I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing off. And I can tell whenever it shuts off because, yep, there it goes. I can feel it throughout my entire body. Okay, now I can talk a lot clearer. You can probably tell already that I have a lot better enunciation, things like that. But if I hold my hand out there, there's my tremor, it's back. And so that's what we've been dealing with. I've always had it in both hands, but my left hand is a lot less pronounced. And because of that, I can do less stimulation on the right side of my brain. Since the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body, I can do a lot less stimulation on that side because I have different side effects on that side. So one of the big things is whenever we're stimulating the right side of my body, the higher the stimulation on that, I start getting a metallic taste in my mouth, totally normal, and just other small things. Now, the right side of my body or the left side of my brain to handle my bad tremors, well, unfortunately, that's where I get the palsy. It's at the back of my tongue on the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and, I got to unlock my remote again. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on, and you'll hear whenever it comes back on, my slurred speech return. So it feels super weird whenever everything comes back on because it kind of ramps in. And where are you at? There it is. and everything smooths out for the most part. Now, I haven't gotten rid of my tremor on my right hand completely yet. The main thing about it is right now I'm working on finding a threshold that has the most effect of the tremor on my right hand without, or with the least effect of messing with my speech. Now, whenever I go into the doctor next time, we'll go further into looking at that side of the brain and adjusting the probes, or which areas of the brain that we're stimulating in an effect of trying to eliminate the speech impediment and keep, if not increase, the steadiness of my right hand. But I can tell you right now, like the small things that I've not been able to do without issues in the past, I can do now. Like one of the big ones, as silly as it sounds, eating chips and salsa. Couldn't eat chips and salsa. Literally, I would have to, eat it over a napkin. I'd make a huge mess, stuff like that. I went a couple weeks ago. The wife and I went and had some Mexican food. I ate chips and salsa the whole time. I didn't spill a single drop of salsa, and that is like the biggest litmus test for me to know that, hey, this has worked. And so I was super excited about that. That's kind of it right now. I just wanted to actually do a video explain to you guys what was going on. I know that I've talked about it some, but I have not talked specifically about what the process was and how we're adjusting it. In fact, they've got a computer program that they use. They plug into my remote, and then it Bluetooths to my chest, and it shows the probes, and you can move in between one level of the probe to the other and change the amplitudes up and down, stuff like that. And then they save it as a program on here, and I have thresholds, so I can actually turn it up and down. Right now, I've got it set at a level that I feel fairly comfortable at, and it's been at that for the last couple weeks. And so, literally, it's been good. The only other thing that I've really been having issues, and I'm not 100% sure it's related because I've not turned this thing off for the most part since we've turned it on, is I've not been sleeping well. I wake up multiple times in the middle of the night. Generally, I can fall back to sleep. Sometimes I can't, but because of things like that, I've been a lot more tired. I've not been as productive as I've been in the past. And so I'm actually going to shut it off tonight before I go to bed and see if I can sleep through the entire night for the first time in almost a month or so. And so, yeah, needless to say, I've got bags under my eyes and stuff like that. But I will tell you this much. Turn it all the way up does not allow me to shoot lightning bolts out of my fingers, so it's not turning me into a superhero. I don't feel any stronger. No special powers. I haven't been able to control anything with my mind yet, not even my TV. I keep on trying to turn it off. No Jedi mind tricks, none of that stuff. So other than that, it just makes my hand a little bit more steady. So, but the cool thing about it is, I don't know if you've noticed, a lot more videos though, I've been taking the camera and hand carrying the camera and getting in there, and it's been super nice, especially whenever I go back to edit the footage, to see all of that and to be able to actually watch it. Because if I watch it in my old handheld stuff, which there's very few of it because of this reason, like, it's so nice to be able to get in there, and I just put the video out for soda blasting the heads and was able to actually soda blast and hold the thing there while it was soda blasting. I'm like, wow, this is mind blowing. Some of that's built into the camera, but even using the cameras that I've used over the last 3 or 4 years, the best stability on action cameras, like on the latest GoPro, like this is on GoPro 11 Black right now, the best stability is not enough for the tremors because it's so hard for the camera software to filter out the weird vibrations of the hand. It's not kind of a steady thing, and so it just doesn't work good. Same way with my phone. So now my digital SLR that I use sometimes, I haven't used it in a while, my high-end camera that shoots the best picture and it looks the best and stuff on that, that one, I don't know if I could still get away with carrying that. It's heavy. It's hard to one-hand something like that and actually, carry that thing around. So, I don't know. I may try it one of these days, but these little action cameras have gotten so good, But that's basically it. I'm going to get back to it. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Thanks as always for your continued support of the channel, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos. Honestly, I have some of the greatest fans out there. Stick around. There's a lot coming up this summer. that you won't want to miss out on. There's going to be some opportunities. Hopefully I'll get to see some of you in person as usual. And you guys know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. And remember, ABT, always be tuning.